I'm back from seeing the movie, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Saw it, and I thought several things about it, and the number one thing I thought was, why the fuck can't the Sonic movies be like this? I wish the Sonic movies were like this. I'm upset. So, like, non-spoiler feelings about the movie first. Like, there's two brains, there's two halves of your brain. There's the half of the brain that's stupid, and there's the half of the brain that's not as stupid. And in the one half of my brain, it's like, yeah, serviceable Hollywood movie. If you've seen a Hollywood movie, if you've seen, like, I don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy, because Chris Pratt's in that. It's like, yeah, pretty much the same kind of movie. Let's pretend that a human, let's pretend you came out of the warp pipe. That's like a joke my dad would say. Let's pretend you came out of the warp pipe and you don't know. Okay, let's turn that off. You came out of the warp pipe. You don't know the Mario video games. You see the Mario movie poster and you're like, oh, they made a sequel to the Bob Hoskins movie from the 80s. Oh, okay, let's go see that. Standard fare Hollywood blockbuster movie. It's if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy or any movie that fits that kind of like general like hero's journey template. That's what's the plot of Guardians of the Galaxy? You have your hero, he comes from humble origins, but he has ambitions, he wants to achieve more in life, and through circumstance, he's put into a conflict where the peaceful future of the world is put at risk, and he makes unlikely allies who help him, and, through believing in himself and finding the crystal skull that he had inside him all along, he ends up saving the day. And you've seen this movie. Like, if you divorced the Super Mario Brothers movie aspect from it and just looked at it like, let's go see a movie, I don't know nothing about no Mario. I don't know, like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It was a movie. It's a movie you've seen before, But now we can stop pretending, and we can go, hey, how is this movie based on the Super Mario franchise of interactive computer video games? The first video game that I ever have cognizant memory of owning and probably playing. A video game series I've been playing pretty much my entire life, and is one of, if not the very first video game I ever played. Holy fucking shit! It was so good! I scared the cat. It was so good! Kitty! It was so good! I was smiling like the whole fucking movie. I was smiling and I was laughing. I was giddy. I was like, oh my god, it's the Mario movie! Like, there's fucking, like, Detective Pikachu had moments, where I was like, oh, Rattata, like, oh, it's the thing from the thing that I love. A spark of positive emotion has been lit in my heart. Or like in the Sonic, the fucking first Sonic movie is a total fucking put it in the dumpster. But like the second movie has moments where I go like, oh, it's like the video game. Where like Knuckles and Jim Botnick and Sonic are running around in fucking Labyrinth Zone. Or at the end when they're fighting the Death Egg robot. And you're like, you feel something. You feel an emotion because, hey, it's like the video game that I've played, but a movie. That is how I felt for the entire fucking movie. The entire movie, I was just feeling happy. and like, oh, it's the thing from the thing. I could watch this movie 100 fucking times. If I was like 9 years old and I had this movie on like VHS, I would put the tape in the fucking VCR and watch it beginning to end all the way through the credits. The tape would stop, automatically rewind. I would watch it again, just over and over and over. This would be my iRobot. Just the movie that I watch on repeat. Over and over and over. The parents come into the room and give me my dinner. I'm still watching the movie. I'm just, like... it would get to the point where I'd be like that post about, like, I'll just watch Shrek in my head. Because he's watched Shrek so many times. Like, there's two minds. You can look at it with the mind of, how was this film that was created by Illumination's, like, animation studio and published by Universal Pictures? It was a movie, and you watch it, and you're like, yeah, that was a movie. How does the autistic 9-year-old who sits in the back seat of your brain, how did he feel about it? He was doing backflips the whole fucking movie. The whole movie. My inner child was just brimming with joy at what was on the film, what was on the screen before me. And you know what? That makes it a 10 out of 10. That makes it an 11 out of 10. 100 out of 10. Why the fuck can't the Sonic movie be like this? I hope this movie makes $1 billion. And I hope there's meetings in the boardroom at Sega Sammy. And they're going like, okay, how can we get ourselves a slice of that fucking pie? I hope that Sega looks at this. I hope this movie makes $1 billion. I hope this movie makes $1 million. That would be disastrous. I want $1 billion. Oh, I'm Dr. Evil. I want $1 bajillion. I hope this movie makes so much fucking money. And I hope Sega is watching. And I hope they go like, oh, we don't have to listen to what the Paramount fucking Hollywood executives say. We don't have to compromise on the integrity of our intellectual property. It doesn't have to be a shitty live-action movie with CGI fucking Smurf Sonic running around with human and diversity vagina on a road trip to San Francisco. And then, okay, it made money. It's safe. Now we can put the weird video game shit in the sequel. No. I hope this fucking movie causes a nuclear explosion in the entertainment industry. And I hope it causes changes, and I hope one of those changes is we get a fucking Sonic movie that is this, but for Sonic. I would kill and die for a Sonic movie like this. It made me so fucking happy. If I was as obsessive about Mario as I am about Sonic, I would just be like jumping off the walls, tearing it out, tearing the fucking foundation of the house apart, losing my mind over this movie. It was so fucking good. So yeah, that's the spoiler-free review. Good movie. It made me happy. It was a video game movie. I saw it. It's literally like... This, I really hope this makes changes, because it was just the Mario video game, but a movie. Like, take the NES cart, the game cart, out of the NES, and, like, plug it into the projector at the movie theater, and that's what was on screen. It was the contents of the NES fucking game cart. Why can't every fucking video game movie be like this? Alright, I'm gonna talk about spoilers now, so. Alright, full spoilers, 100% spoilers. Click out now and escape, because spoilers. Alright. So, like, the first thing that happens in the movie is the fucking, like, the trailer that we saw with the, Koopa Troopa and the penguins. Like, that's the first scene in the movie. And the first piece of music that happens in the movie is the fucking, airship theme. the dun 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 dun, like that's the first thing that plays. Like it's like camera on the ice palace, and then boom, lava comes in because Bowser's ship comes in, and that's the song. And it's like, oh my fucking god, it has music from the video game. And it's not a shitty fucking Easter egg where like, oh, the Green Hill Zone jingle played for like 2 seconds, and it's basically just a cameo Easter egg. No, it's the actual full orchestrated song heralding Bowser the Koopa Troopa's arrival. Fucking amazing. Holy shit. What? Once again, fuck. I hated those fucking Sonic movies from day fucking one. Why the fuck couldn't they be like this? God damn it. So, like, if you saw the trailer with the penguins, like, that's that whole scene. And then it cuts from Bowser getting the star, and it smash cuts to the Mario Bros. Plumber commercial, which again, they also released a trailer of. It's that. And it's the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, like, theme song. And fucking, like, I was, like, taken so by surprise. The voice of Mario and Luigi, I believe, in the plumbing commercial, like the Super Mario Bros. Plumber commercial, is Charles Martinet. Like, he voiced them for the commercial. And they talk about it. They're like, oh, was the voice, like, too much? Like, no, it's good. The production value. Like, so the first voice we hear as Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Movie is Charles Martinet. So we can feel good about that. Like, for all the misgivings all of us have about Chris Pratt as Mario, at least the first person to like give a voiced line for Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Movie is Charles Martinet. So we can all feel good about that. And he was in more of the movie than I expected, because it plays the commercial and it's Charles Martinet's voice for them in the commercial. And then it pulls back and it's like in Punch-Out Pizzeria. There's so many little little Easter eggs in the background, like references to other Nintendo stuff. That's just like in the background. Like there's stuff that's in your face, but then there's stuff that's like in the background. It's so good. It's like they're in Punch-Out Pizzeria and they're watching the commercial. And they're going like, oh, we spent our whole life savings, but it was worth it. Like, were the accents too much? Like, no, man, it's production value. And then Jumpman is in the fucking pizzeria, and he's voiced by Charles Martinet, and he's like, yeah, it sounded really good, wahoo, it's Jumpman, and he's playing Donkey Kong, he's playing the Donkey Kong arcade machine. And then later, when they go to, like, the Mario household, the Mario family, I actually wasn't paying enough attention, I don't know if they're, like, the family is called the Mario family, but like it's Mario's, like, you know, Brooklyn Italian family. And Mario's dad is voiced by Charles Martinet too. So he's in more of this movie than you thought. But anyway, so then like they're walking out and then they walk past the guy and it's this dude named Spike or Steve or something like that. I believe Spike, and he's wearing the Wrecking Crew like shirt, and it's Mario's Wrecking Crew. It's the NES game Wrecking Crew. So it's like stuff like that where it's like little Easter eggs, but then it's part of the story because he's like, "Oh, you guys quit my Wrecking Crew to start your own plumber's business. You're a failure, Mario. You suck and you're short and fuck you, Mario." This character arc that you're gonna have to go on in the movie is I'm saying that the world's putting you down and you're gonna have to rise up and prove yourself, Mario. And so then like they get the call and like they go to their first plumber job and it goes disastrously, and it's like a whole Illumination movie. The first 20 minutes of the movie are like an Illumination movie, like The Secret Life of Pets shenanigans and stuff like that. It's like the normal, like, everyday life in Brooklyn. It's the Mario Bros, and then they will become the Super Mario Bros. You gotta have the establishing scenes of their just normal life in Brooklyn. And it's like, it's no good, you know? It's not working out. They're down on their luck. They're underdogs. You know, they got to prove themselves and rise up. They go back home. The family doesn't support them. Like, Mario, what are you doing? You're throwing your life away, trying to achieve something, but you're never going to achieve it. I'm disappointed in you, Mario, and you're dragging your brother down with you. And Mario's like, fuck you guys. And he goes to his room, and he starts playing Kid Icarus on his Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm not making that up. He's literally in his bedroom playing Kid Icarus on his Nintendo Entertainment System. And it's fucking great. And Luigi comes in and is like, nah, bro. I support you. We're brothers. We're Mario and Luigi. That's the thing. And then they turn on the news, and, oh, there's a plumbing disaster in Brooklyn downtown, and Mayor Pauline is on the TV, and she's like, oh no, Brooklyn's in danger. And Mario's like, this is our chance. We'll put our names on the map. We're gonna save Brooklyn with plumbing. And that'll put our names out there on the map. So they go out there and they end up in the sewer, right? And that's when they end up in the warp pipe. And it's very much like the live-action movie from the 80s, like Bob Hoskins, where, like, they're in the sewer and they find a green warp pipe and they end up going through it into the Mushroom Kingdom. And they're in the warp pipe, you know, the room with the 3 warp pipes, and Luigi goes down one and Mario goes down the other, and Luigi ends up in the Dark Lands and gets chased by Dry Bones and gets kidnapped and brought to Bowser. Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he has the scene of Toad, and Toad's like, let's go to Toad Town, and they go to Toad Town, and that's already been in a trailer too, and it's that whole scene where he's running through Toad Town, goes to meet the princess at the castle, and Princess Peach shows up, and we have to discuss the girl bossification of Princess Peach. Because Princess Peach is a girl boss, she's a Yas Queen girl boss in the movie, and you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know? Because here's the thing. Like, first of all, I mean, Peach has been a playable character in the games before, right? She even in the second game, although, like, I know that's debatable, she was a playable character. She's been a playable character. She had her own game. She's been a playable character in the game. She was a playable character in 3D World. It's fine. You can have Peach doing gameplay stuff. It's not a problem. And with the way, like, with the script, with the story that they're telling in this movie, Peach is the mentor. She's the mentor figure, the experienced one who has, like, done stuff. And the origin story, Mario is coming in and she's, like, taking him under her wing and showing him, okay, kid, show me what you got. And she teaches him how to be a Mario, right? So, like, it's fine. You might even say she's his Obi-Wan Kenobi. If Obi-Wan Kenobi ate mice. So, like, it's fine. She's the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the movie. She's the mentor, and with the way they set up the story, it makes sense, because she's been living in the Mushroom Kingdom her whole life. He's the fish out of water in the new location, having to learn how to be a Mario. So he has his little training montage where he learns how to be a Mario. She's like, I like your moxie, come along with me. And, like, it goes back and forth between, like, Luigi getting captured and being a damsel in distress. So Luigi's the damsel in distress, and that's fine because, you know, in Yoshi's Island, Luigi was the damsel in distress in Yoshi's Island. So it's whatever. And, oh my god, they had... Like, just every moment of the movie had stuff where I was like, oh my god, they did the thing, they had the thing in there! And where, like, Luigi has a flashback to when he was baby Luigi time. Uh-oh, baby Luigi time. And then baby Mario shows up, and they were baby Mario and baby Luigi, and it's like, oh no, it's baby Mario and baby Luigi! and then, like, it cuts to Mario, and he's, like, having romance and learnedness with Princess Peach. And she teaches him, like, here's how power-ups work. You gotta eat the power-up and you become Super Mario, and then you can, like, do stuff. And they literally call them power-ups. Holy fucking shit. They literally say, this is a power-up. You eat it, and then you grow large, and then you can do stuff, and if you take a hit, you lose the power-up. This is the dialogue from the movie. The thing, it's called power-ups. It does what it does in the video game. It makes him grow larger, and when he takes damage, he loses it and shrinks back down to his normal size. Just like the video game. Holy fucking shit. Again, they plug the NES cartridge into the movie projector, and they projected the fucking video game onto the movie screen. Imagine the very fucking idea that the video game movie is about the video game characters and not made up dumb human characters that they invented for the movie, and that they have power-ups from the games and they do the thing that they're supposed to do from the game, and they work in the same way. And, like, I really fucking hope that Sega fucking looks at this movie and realizes, like, we don't have to compromise. We don't have to wait for the sequel to slip in some of the weird video game stuff. Like, this movie, right out the gate, it's just the video game. He eats a fucking mushroom and he grows larger and becomes Super Mario, just like the video game. Why couldn't the Sonic movie be like this? Like, this movie makes me happy, but it also makes me sad, because fuck those Sonic movies. I hate the Sonic movies so much more now than I did before, and I hated those Sonic movies before, man. I fucking hated those movies. I'm gonna link to the videos I did about those movies. Like, the second one was 2 hours long. Like, the video I did where I was like, man, fuck this fucking wedding plot. God damn. Why the fuck? Okay. Anyway. Like, this, man. I would kill and die for a fucking Sonic movie that is for Sonic what this movie was for Mario. I really fucking hope this movie makes $1 billion fucking dollars and Sega fucking takes note and fucking does things. I hope contracts get fucking negotiated. Huh. Anyway. So then she's like, okay, you're coming with me, we're gonna go get Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey Kong. And they literally say that in the movie. So they go to Donkey Kong, and there's a travel montage where they're going to Donkey Kong, and they pass by the Yoshis, and the Yoshis are running by. It's like in the trailer, you saw that little clip of Yoshi from the trailer, but wait. Because then the pink Yoshi looks up and sees them walking by, and it fucking licks its lips. Literally Vorny Yoshi. We literally had Vor in this movie, by the way. But literally Vorny Yoshi. Yoshi saw him, and he was like, I'm gonna eat that. So, like, I was happy. Okay, there was a little Yoshi moment in there. And that made me happy. And Yoshi's in the end, too. The post-credits scene is, it's very much 1999 Roland Emmerich's Godzilla, where it shows the Yoshi egg in the sewer at the end, and then it hatches, and then Yoshi comes out. It's fucking great. So there was me sitting in the theater waiting for but a crumb of Yoshi. So I was satisfied with the amount of Yoshi that there was. There was more than 0 Yoshi, so I was happy with that. And here's the thing, like, the movie also had licensed songs. It had fucking, be a hero, I want to be the hero to the end of the night, he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be larger than life, I need a hero. And then when they get to Donkey Kong, they get, what's the, Take on Me, Take Me Home, I'll Be Gone in a Day or Two. Like, they had licensed songs in the movie. You can have a licensed song or two in the movie, but it also had music from the games. It wasn't just, oh, the ringtone was Green Hill Zone, although Luigi's ringtone was a song from the game. So, like, it had like, literally in the Sonic movie, it's literally like a 2-second jingle of the Green Hill Zone theme. And on his cell phone, the ringtone is the Green Hill Zone theme. And that's it. There's no game music. It's just all licensed music. This movie had game music and licensed music. You can have both. It's fine. No one's gonna get mad that fucking Take On Me started playing. Or whatever. Whatever song it was. But then, in the scene after Take On Me finishes, you know what song starts playing? The fucking DK rap from Donkey Kong 64. Fucking literally, the DK rap. DK, Donkey Kong, straight up. That is the song that plays after the fucking licensed Take On Me song from the 80s. For no reason. Like, you can have shit from the games. The fucking scene with fucking Donkey Kong is really good, by the way. Like, that's the thing. Like, the voice acting in this movie was inoffensive. And that's the best compliment I can give it. Because it wasn't awful. I mean, like, obviously it should have been Charles Martinet for at least Mario. And I'm happy that he got to voice... He was the first one. He was the first one who got to voice Mario. So we can be happy about that. Chris Pratt was inoffensive. I mean, like, he wasn't acting. He was just being Chris Pratt. He wasn't Mario. He was Chris Pratt in the movie. But, like, it was inoffensive. It wasn't bad. It didn't bother me. It didn't take me out of the movie, right? And that's the best compliment you can give it. Like, Seth Rogen, whatever. He said, he talked into the microphone as Seth Rogen being Donkey Kong. Whatever. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh, this voice acting is so awful. It's wallpaper, right? It's in there, it's in the movie, you hear it, and you listen to it, and it's fine. Jack Black's the only one who's fucking acting. Jack Black's the only one, because you legitimately can't tell that that's Jack Black. If you didn't know that that was Jack Black, you would not know that that was Jack Black. He actually is putting on a voiced performance. And he has an original song. I called that shit. I mean, like, we knew, because there was, like, a trailer clip where he was at the piano, so, like, I was, like, comparing the Mario movie and the Sonic movie. I was like, Sonic movie, literally zero fucking music from the games outside of, like, a 2-second jingle as a fucking Easter egg. May I have a crumb? May I please have a crumb of a Sonic song in this fucking Sonic movie? Nothing but licensed music. They don't even play Escape from the City in the scene where he escapes from the city. The regular film score was just generic wallpaper music. Mario movie actually has fully orchestrated renditions of the songs from the games. Had the DK fucking rap in it. Has an original song from fucking Jack Black in it. Like, man, fuck the Sonic movie. Jesus Christ. Jack Black, like, Bowser in this movie is really good. He does such a good job as Bowser. It's crazy. Like, since we're talking about voice acting, like, Chris Pratt, whatever. Seth Rogen, whatever. The Faye entity she had some moments that reminded me of Sweet D from fucking Always Sunny, so, like, I guess that's a compliment. Toad, whatever. Charlie Day actually at least is acting. Like, he's not doing a different voice, but, like, I believe you. I believe that this is Luigi in this, like, scenario. Like, his voice suits the character. It's just his voice. But, like, okay, I believe you. I believe the scenario that's being presented to me. Jack Black genuinely did a really good job as Bowser. I really liked his Bowser in this movie. And the way Bowser was written was really good. Like, this was a good Bowser. Like, literally his motivation is he wants to marry Princess Peach. He's, like, so in love with her. And it's really funny. The way it's written and the way he acts it. It's really good. Like, again, and this is the character from the game. This is Bowser. This is definitely how Bowser is in the game. He wants to smash that Peach. He wants to smash Peach pussy. And he's, like, super fucked up, and he's, like, the devil. He's, like, so evil. It's really good. I really liked Bowser in this movie. Good job, movie. Like, Jack Black's the only one who was fucking acting. I guess Princess Peach was acting, too, but, like, you know, it kind of doesn't matter. It was nothing exceptional. I would say, like, Keegan-Michael Key, Peach, and Luigi are, like, whatever. You know, not exceptional, not awful. Chris Pratt and Seth Rogen, whatever. They were in the movie. They spoke into the microphone. It wasn't bad. It wasn't disgustingly bad, which it very much could have been. So, like, it wasn't as bad as it wasn't bad like it could have been, and that's the best compliment you can give them. Jack Black as Bowser was really fucking good. I was very impressed with, like, how they did Bowser in the movie. Good job. And it was, like, a good adaptation of what we knew the story of Mario to be from the games. It's not one-to-one, shit's changed, but the first enemy that Mario faces as like, a Mario, once he learns how to be a Mario, the first enemy that Mario faces is Donkey Kong. And it is authentic to not only Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country as a game series, but also Donkey Kong the original arcade game, where Mario is fighting Donkey Kong on, like, the metal construction rhubarb, like, steel beams, and having barrels chucked at him, and etc. Also, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong had cameos. I clapped when I saw it. Anyway. Like, the whole scene where he's fighting Donkey Kong was really well done. Seth Rogen didn't ruin the movie by being Seth Rogen. It's fine. I understand some people, like, really just fucking hate Seth Rogen, and I understand, but not me. I'm not part of that, so, like, it's whatever. All the action was really good. The animation was really well done. I can't believe this is Illumination. Holy shit. They actually had to try. It's weird how, like, well, Illumination could have done this the whole time, and they were just choosing not to. Like, Illumination's been holding themselves back, not giving a shit, and Nintendo really lit a fire under their ass, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I actually thought the banter between Mario and DK was pretty decent. It's kind of sad that, like, the characters that have the most prominent interactions throughout the movie are Mario and DK, are Chris Pratt and Seth Rogen. Man, it would have been nice if they hired actual voice actors for those roles. But anyway. Even, like, the romance, like, quote-unquote romance between Mario and Peach was pretty well done. Where, like, it's not overtly romantic, but they do get, like, a connection. We get a flash, like, Princess Peach explains her backstory, and we see baby Princess Peach, and it's super cute. And there's, like, a fucking single screenshot moment of Princess Peach in a Toad outfit, in, like, the fucking vest, and like, fucking pajama pants. And it's like, oh, we need fan art of that, post-haste. Like, they do get moments where they interact, and, like, again, sure would have been nice if it was good voice actors. I feel like with the right actors, you could have made that material really special. The material of Mario and Princess Peach and the interactions they have if you had gotten actual voice actors, it could have been something special. With the right actors, that material really could have been well done. As it was, you know, the intentions of the script shined through the limitations of the actors and their complete lack of ability to actually act with their voices. And it's really funny how, like, all of Bowser's animosity towards Mario comes from jealousy, because he wants to smash Peach, and the instant he hears, like, someone else is interacting with Peach, fuck it, like, it's so funny. Like, literally all of Bowser's animosity towards Mario is like, I want to smash. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill you because I want to smash Peach. Really fucking good. And again, that's basically how it is in the games. There, he hates Mario because he wants to smash Peach. He needs to save Peach from Bowser. And it's like, you know, that's how it is in the games. Imagine that. And so then there's a scene where they're driving the Mario Kart, and they're driving on Rainbow Road, and it's like, wow, just like from the video game. Imagine, like, that's all I was thinking throughout the entire movie. It's like, wow, that's just like how it is from the video game. And that shouldn't matter, should it? That shouldn't be significant. I shouldn't go, oh, wow, they actually took the thing from the video game and it's in the movie. The thing from the game is what they have in the movie. When I watched the movie, it's like the video. Why is that such a big deal? Because literally no other fucking video game movie has ever done that, ever. Look at the fucking Sonic movies. Where's the Sonic? The first movie was a fucking road trip movie with a fucking Peekaboo Smurf. The second movie, they squeezed in all the video game shit right at the very fucking end, after an Uptown Funk fucking dance sequence that went on for way too fucking long. This movie, they're fucking Mario Karting across Rainbow Road. And the fucking scene ends with a blue shell blowing them up. It's a wow! It's not so much a success on this movie's part, so much as it's a failure of everyone else. Luigi wins by doing nothing. This movie did what every fucking video game movie since the beginning of time should have been doing, but hadn't. The only reason this movie's significant is because no other fucking movie has ever done this. And that's disgusting. That's awful. It's offensive, one might say. I'm offended. Anyway. Then there's a vor. Mario and Sonic, I wish. Mario and Donkey Kong get vored. And that was... There was a not zero amount of vor in this movie. They literally, like, there was a... They said the word digestion, and there was a burp. So, like, what the fuck? I say it again, and I'll say it, if I was a 9-year-old kid, and this movie came out when I was a 9-year-old kid, I would have watched this movie on fucking loop. I would have just never stopped watching it. Anyway, and then, like, Peach gets kidnapped, and Bowser's like, you're gonna marry me because, like, yeah, girl boss, but she is still Princess Peach. So, again, we can at least appreciate that fact. And the wedding scene between Bowser and Peach had so much great stuff in it. He wore the outfit that he had on him in Mario Odyssey. He wore the Bowser wedding tuxedo and hat. And in the fucking, like, crowd for the wedding. We have King Boo, we have King Bob-omb, and when he sits down, he, like, knocks a Koopa into a shell and he bounces back and forth in the sea. There's so much, like, stuff. There's so much I clapped when I saw it. Just, like, it's brimming. It's overflowing throughout the entire movie. Little background details. It's not even shoved in your face. It's like there's the occasional spot gag, or it's like, hey, look, from the video game, and there's just stuff all over, like, background freeze frame bonuses all throughout the movie. It's fucking awesome. And what's funny is, like, and again, the girl bossification of Princess Peach, she, like, breaks herself out of being in prison because she uses the ice flower, which I thought that was interesting that they use the ice flower, because that's a newer power-up, relatively speaking. It's from New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, I think. So that's a newer power-up. So again, it had the Bowser tuxedo from Mario Odyssey, and she used the ice flower, which is relatively new. So that was interesting. And then she literally just has this, like she freezes Bowser into an ice block, and then she single-handedly fights the entire wedding procession. It's very much the girl bossification of Princess Peach. It's not a big deal. And then there's, like, the action scenes in this are really good. Like, it feels like you're watching someone playing the video game. They're jumping on Goombas and Koopas, and they're using and getting and losing power-ups because they took damage, and the power-up went away, and then they get a new power-up, and they have to figure out how to use the power, and they're running around beating the shit out of the Koopa Troopa. And the music from the video game is playing in the background, and it's like, holy fucking shit, this is a Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like, that's, again, like, I'm just on repeat. Like, this is the video game, but on the movie screen. This is what every video game movie throughout time should have been this whole time. This is what the Sonic movie should have been. The whole, and it's just, it shouldn't be significant. And yet it is. And it makes me happy. It made me happy when I was watching the movie. And yeah, like, there's an expression that, like, action scenes in movies are like the musical numbers in like, musicals. There's not a lot to talk about, just like, yeah, I like that song. It was a good action scene. There was good animation. Again, I can't believe it's Illumination. How could anyone... Like, holy fuck, Illumination. They can actually make a good movie when, you know, Nintendo is constantly threatening to end the contract with them at every waking moment if they fuck up. And then, like, they have the big reunite... Oh, it's so cute when Mario and Luigi, like, reunite and hug. It's so good. Like, there's the big, like, your princess is in another castle. Like, you did it. Good job. You won. You saved the damsel in distress. And it's between Mario and Luigi, and they hug, and it's so... It made me... Oh, no, they're brothers. It's Mario and Luigi, and their brother is so sweet. And they hug, and it's the best. And then fucking Bowser sees, and he's frozen right now because she froze him in the fire in the ice flower, and he sees them interacting, and he just gets so pissed. The first fucking interaction really between Bowser and Mario in the movie. And he's like, fire the nuke. Literally, like, fire the fucking nuke at the castle. And Mario's in the Tanuki suit, so he goes and, like, stops the bullet bill from blowing up the castle. And it chases him back to the original warp pipe that he came out of. And I wasn't expecting this to happen. Like, the bullet bill, like, blows up, and it, like, causes a fucking temporal flux. Or like, the Mushroom Kingdom and like Brooklyn, New York, like get thrown together. It was crazy. I was sincerely not expecting that for the climax of the movie to happen in New York, in Brooklyn. Oh, and by the way, like, yeah, I'll eat crow. It's New York, capital NYC. So they're doing the Mario and Luigi are from Brooklyn, New York, the real, quote unquote, the real world of Brooklyn. But, like, I think that they might change it to New Donk City in the sequel because of what happened at the end of the movie, where, like, the bullet bill blowing up inside, like, the dimensional portal of the warp pipe causes the Mushroom Kingdom and Bowser's Castle to, like, manifest in the middle of Brooklyn. So that was like, I was like, what? Crazy! And so the final battle of the movie, and again, there's so many little background Easter eggs, by the way, still. Like, the fucking, balloon fight? Balloon fight, NES. Yeah, there's a billboard in the background in Brooklyn at the end of the movie that has the balloon fight guy, like, logo on it. And it's like, even at the end of the movie, there's, like, little freeze-frame Easter egg bonuses. It's so crazy. So, like, literally Bowser shows up in New York and just starts beating the shit out of Mario. And so, like, you know, he gets his little character, the resolution to his character arc, which is, like, he's gotta be the hero guy. And it's the reincorporation of them going like, oh, Mario, you don't know when to quit. He never gives up. Never surrender. Although, I like, again, it's very typical, it's very generic, it's very cliche, almost. But, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, yeah, again, like, at the end, he's beaten up, Bowser beat the shit out of him, and he's back in the Punch-Out Pizzeria, and he sees the TV turn on. I was like, he hits the TV, and he's like, huddled in the corner being like, ow, I've had the shit beaten out of me. And, like, you know that, like, oh, on the TV, the commercial, the Super Mario Bros. Plumber commercial is gonna play and inspire him. And it does. And that's exactly what happened. Like, you can see it a mile away. But still, it was done really well. Where, like, the commercial was, like, glitching out and being like, the Super Mario Bros. Are gonna save Brooklyn, save Brooklyn. And it's like, oh, it's reincorporating, like, his motivation at the beginning of the movie. He's like, we gotta go save Brooklyn and get our name on the map. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use the power of my self-esteem and go out and fight the Bowser. And he goes out and he fights the Bowser. And Bowser's like, fuck you, Mario. And then, like, it's so sad almost that, like, Luigi's barely in the movie. Like, he spends the whole movie, like, being the damsel in distress, right? So, like, Peach gets a bunch of badass moments where she gets to be like, oh, you're so cool, Princess Peach, you're such a girl boss. Mario gets a character arc where he starts from zero and he becomes the hero. Luigi barely is in this movie, and it's kind of sad because of that. He's just a damsel in distress for most of the movie. But then right at the end, he's like, we're the Mario Brothers, and then they do it together. And, like, they get the final power-up, which is the star, the invincibility star, and they become Rainbow Mario and Rainbow Luigi. And they just use the power of cheat codes and God mode to beat the shit out of the Koopa Troopa, and the residents of New York City are watching it, and they're like, oh my god, Mario and Luigi are saving the day, and then they beat the shit out of Bowser, and it's both of them together, and that was good. I was really happy that it was both of them together, the Super Mario Brothers. It wasn't just Mario and Luigi was a damsel the whole movie. It was Mario and Luigi, the Super Mario Brothers, beat the shit out of Bowser, and I was happy about that. And then, like, they punch Bowser down, and then they, like, kick down to, like, stomp him, and they do the Neon Genesis Evangelion thing, where it's, like, the synchronized kick drop right at the end. I was like, Neon Genesis Evangelion, So then they beat the shit out of Bowser, and all of New York saw it, and Mario's parents come out and say, like, oh, Mario, high five. They get their resolution to that character arc where, oh man, he just wanted a high five the whole time. And Spike from Wrecking Crew was like, let's hear it for the Super Mario Brothers. And it's like, yay. Character arc completed. It's the whole thing. And the denouement is super quick. Like, the climax of this is a short movie, by the way. It's only an hour and a half, including credits, I think. So, really brisk movie. Did very, in a good way. And they have the denouement, where, like, yay, their character arc, they're heroes now. They went from zero and they became the hero. And they're acknowledged by their peers. At the beginning of the movie, everyone said, "You no good, Mario. You never be shit." And then at the end, they're like, yay, Mario, you did become the Super Mario Brothers. And Bowser gets put in jail. And it's a whole thing. And then, like, it kind of ends on a sequel hook. But also just the denouement at the ending is they're still in the Mushroom Kingdom, hanging out, being... And it literally is like literally, this movie functions as an origin story for Mario. It was super good. I liked it. Again, like, the whole movie, I was just going, oh my god, it's just like the video games. It's the music from the video games. It's the game mechanics from the video game. Everyone looks like how they're supposed to look. The power-ups work like they do in the video games. Jack Black did a really good job. There was a not zero amount of Yoshi and Vor in there just for me. They did that for me, and I appreciate it. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better fucking Mario movie. Like again, it's like, oh, it's a generic hero's journey kind of story. Like, very typical, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy. If you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, it's the same movie. Fucking whatever. It's Mario. What's the plot of every Mario game? The fucking dragon kidnaps the princess and the hero's gotta go slay the dragon and save the princess. Who fucking gives a shit? Like, that's the series. The series is not something where, like, story is important. Of course, like, whatever. Who fucking cares? The plot of every game is a simplistic fairy tale, like, level story of the princess is kidnapped by the dragon and needs to be saved. What does it matter? The story of this movie never mattered. What mattered is this is the Super Mario Brothers movie. I want to watch this again. It was so good. I was so happy. I was so happy watching the Mario movie. And again, you know, looking at it from the cynical half of your mind, it's like, yeah, it's whatever. If you're a cynical person and you don't care about Mario, and I get like, who doesn't get, you know, if you don't give a shit about Mario, it's generic hero's journey movie number 863. You know, it wasn't bad, but it was nothing special. But as a Mario movie, this is the movie I have wanted to see. For, like, as someone who has been playing video games since I can remember. Since I have memories. Since I was given a Super Nintendo, and it came with Super Mario All-Stars. And that was one of the first games I ever played in my life. Was the Super Mario Brothers on Super Mario All-Star. Either the first game or the third game. Possibly even the second game. I don't think I played Lost Levels that much because that shit's hard. Like, this is the movie that I've been waiting for. For my entire life, basically. Like, yeah. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 movie. Like, man, the kids are really gonna love it. Man. I hope this movie makes $1 billion. Man. I hope Sega takes notes. And I think Nintendo's gonna be a movie studio for maybe a decade after this. Man. Like, the only way it could have been better is if they got voice actors instead of celebrities. That's really the only downside is the cast. Like, Jack Black was really good. Get some voice actors next time. I really hope they're not locked into a 7-movie contract. I hope you can ditch these motherfuckers and get some actual voice actors and get Charles Martinet in there for real. You know? But that's literally it. Like, oh, it was a generic, hero's journey movie. Whatever, it's Mario. Who fucking gives a shit? What were you expecting? I wasn't expecting anything special, and you know what? I got something special. Because what's special? Special is unique. Special is, this isn't typical. This isn't what you get out of every other movie, and it's not. This isn't something you get out of the typical video game movie. No other video game movie has done what this movie did. So there you go. Luigi wins by doing nothing. Fuck! I want to watch it again. The movie was so good. I liked it. Go see it. Help this movie make $1 billion so that Sega so that I get a Sonic movie. That's what I want. I want the good timeline where this movie makes so much fucking money that we get a Sega movie, that Sega takes notes and we get a Sonic movie. That's this movie for Sonic. This movie was really good and I really liked it, and it was exactly what I hoped it would be. And, it really defied expectations because, they announced it and they here's who's gonna be in the movie. We cast Chris Pratt. We cast Jack Black. We cast Charlie Day. And it's like, what? This movie's gonna suck ass. But then, no! It was, super good. Wow, what a comeback. What a comeback story, right? But, for as good as this movie is, what I'm excited about is the future. The future of hopefully Sonic taking notes. That's what this movie fills me with more than anything else. Alright. Good movie. It had Mario in it. I enjoyed it. Wahoo.